This week in Louisiana agriculture.
So how much of a role did you play in the 2013 legislative session? I'm Avery Davidson with that story ahead.
I'm AJ Sabine in Mexico City. Student chefs compete to cook up new ideas about USA rice. I'll have all the delicious details coming up.
I'm Kristen Oakes in Belcher, Louisiana, where I'll introduce you to the next Young Farmer and Rancher Achievement Award finalist who's using science and ingenuity to preserve his family farm for the next generation. That story coming up.
Hello everyone, I'm Michael Dana. Thanks so much for joining us on this week's program. The 2013 Louisiana legislative session is winding down. Lawmakers will adjourn June 6th, but not before the Senate completes debate on the state's $25 billion budget. It's been a session that saw everything from gun bills to the state likely dumping its participation in Obamacare. It was a tense session for agriculture as well. But as This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Avery Davidson shows us, participation by the state's farmers and other rural residents did have an impact on lawmakers' decisions.
This is how the 2013 legislative session began, with Governor Bobby Jindal parking his plan to eliminate the state income tax, and with it, many exemptions. For Louisiana's farmers and ranchers, that was good news until members of the House began considering eliminating sales tax exemptions on agricultural purchases.
With 60 to 80% of our cost being inputs, feed, seed, fertilizer, fuels, we are unique. So that if a lot of these programs that are on the books are taken away, our competitiveness in the world market is gone.
Joe Mapes is the legislative specialist for the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. He says farmers, ranchers, and their families use the voter voice service to let their lawmakers know their thoughts about keeping those exemptions.
We had legislators saying, how the heck are y'all doing this? You know, well, I'm getting 10, 20, 30, 40 emails and contacts and phone calls.
My email has been full, you know, from those farmers in my areas that are concerned about, especially when we were looking at the exemptions and stuff like that. So, and that's a good thing because, you know, we can't represent our people if we don't hear from them.
Representative Jack Modesay of Crowley is the chairman of the Rural Caucus, so he knows the value of agriculture.
Agriculture is the foundation of Louisiana's economic engine, and we certainly don't want to do anything that'll hurt that.
Members of the Louisiana Farm Bureau's Women's Leadership Committee are learning about the power of their voices firsthand by watching the legislative process at work.
We need to get involved, and we need to not be scared to have our voice heard or to call our legislator. We need to let them learn who we are so that when we call, they pick up that phone or they step out and they will meet with us for our issues.
And one of the issues left for the Senate to consider is a big one, the state's $25 billion budget. Mapes says with such a big bill left to pass in the final days, anything could happen.
What went in as a horse could come out as a camel.
Let's just hope whatever comes out of here is good for agriculture. In Baton Rouge, I'm Avery Davidson with This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
Farm Bureau members will have an easy way to sign up for voter voice at the Louisiana Farm Bureau's upcoming annual meeting set for June 27th through June 30th. Members of the Women's Leadership Committee will be on hand to sign you up for voter voice. It's free and an easy way to let your legislators know how you would like them to vote on specific issues. The Women's Committee will be set up next to the silent auction at the Marriott. You can find out more about the 91st annual meeting and voter voice by visiting our website at twilatv.org.